Um, all right, so it's now recording. It's always weird. I gotta use my second screen. Anyway, all right, so everybody, so we are coming up to May of an even year, which in Pennsylvania means it's time to get your damn license renewed. Your PAR requirement, if you are a PAR member, is completely separate. Okay, it's not that much more um, than more work, more whatever. But PAR does have its own recertification guidelines that you need to accomplish. This is the state guide. CE Shop might include PAR as part of it. And this also works for those of you who are getting your license. So are you looking to do pre-licensing, meaning you're getting your license for the first time? Post-licensing, which means you're already licensed and you do other stuff, or continuing education. So, and by the way, for those of you in your first year, your first renewal, um, you need to look at packages, mandatory, elective. Because your first renewal is going to have specific requirements. You'll see they have a course path for realtors. They have a CE Pro path, and they have professional development, and they have a CE Basic. And so there's this and this. And you're not necessarily adding to the cart. I'm just taking you through it. First-time licensees, you're going to go here. You can also use the checkboxes there. 75-hour real estate license package right here. And we do have a link to get you here. Like I said, it's an affiliate link. I think it's a discount link. Whatever, it's there. So I like the one that concludes the exam prep. For myself, I think that this is the one I would take, maybe even this one. This one includes the first renewal. That might work, but their prices are very reasonable. You're probably going to find something between $400 and $700 if you go to a live person locally. I do all of my major training. Well, I don't have any more left to go. I have the salespersons, I have my brokers, but I did those live with Larry Delgrado. He's wonderful. He teaches in Pittsburgh. He teaches up here in Wilkes-Barre. I think a few other places, but Dave Wychalk is great, and it's a live person is great. All of my CEs I do here. I don't bother going to Larry for CEs. It's just easier to do them online. And you take this if you're going for your broker's class. It's the same similar process. You also want, if you're getting your license, you want the book. And where is it? Oh, PA Real Estate is right there. This one. This is a good book to have, whatever the version that's the latest version of this one. And the way you know it's the right version, the way you know it's the right version is one of the authors is Goldberg. He's the attorney for the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors and literally has been forever. So having an attorney at that level, it's actually a pretty nice guy. I've talked to him 2 or 3 times. And what this book does, it has sample contracts. This is the book that Larry and a lot of the bigger teachers teach from. And what I suggest you do when you're getting your license is you take the licensing course. You have the book. It's a resource. They might not talk to it, but everything they're talking about is in it. And you then when you're done with that, you take the pre-test package, whatever I'm trying to say there. You're taking the sample tests. I don't know how else to say it. The sample tests, and you beat the poop out of the sample test until you're getting in mid-90s. And then when you're getting in mid-90s on the sample test, you're going to get 80 or above on the other tests. And remember, when you're pre-licensing or you're brokering, it's two exams you're passing. You're passing a state and you're passing a local. If you're reciprocating in or swinging in from another state, you've already passed your national. That's a guarantee. You don't have to take that again. You've already taken it. Almost a guarantee. I don't guarantee it. Your state, if you're in the six or seven reciprocal states, you have a PA license, you want to go to New York, you fill out some paperwork. You're a New York broker or New York agent, whatever your scale was. If you're coming from, Missouri to Pennsylvania, you're taking their classes again, but you're probably only taking the state version of the classes. So anyway, so that's enough about that. On the continuing education courses, you want to look at what do you need for CE. And again, are you a realtor? Are you not a realtor? Take that. And there is no state exam. These are basically, you show the state you've taken these before May 31st, and you pay them the money before May 31st, and you get a license. Or you get to renew your license, I guess. And same thing with NAR. You've accomplished ABC. Now, your first year, there is a slightly different path for first year PA license renewal. There is a special portion for the there's a special set of courses. There's a button on CE Shop somewhere that says first year PA state renewal. Any questions? The little pop-up people are great. But basically, you can't just pick what all your other years, you can kind of sort of pick what you want for your continuing ed within the menu that they provide here. But your first year, there are certain requirements for a first year, or for a first renewal. So for whatever reason, you're coming up to your first renewal, you just got licensed and they're still requiring you in May or whatever, the first renewal is a different set of courses. All I need to know is say, I did my CEs, I submitted them in my state, I'm still active. Done. I don't need copies of transcripts. I don't need anything. Like, basically, if the state sends me a letter saying you're no longer a member of the licensed community, then you are temporarily and immediately suspended from the brokerage firm, because I can't have someone. You can't be an agent and not be licensed. Same thing with the board. If your board membership lapses, then the board raises an issue, and I have to raise an issue to you. I don't go looking. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't go looking. So that's what everybody needs to know about first time renewal. And actually, I called this deal analysis math, but it's really not. So I'll make this one deal analysis math.